Hello everyone and welcome to Storytime with me, Miss Anna. Extra special story today because I think a lot of us have either asked this question before or we thought about it. Let's see if you are one of them. Our story is called My Mummy's Secret Adventures. The author is Helen and the illustrator is Pavithra Suresh. Let's enjoy the story together. Olive was a very curious little girl. From the moment she woke up to the very last second before she fell asleep, she asked questions. Lots of questions. Why is the moon called the moon? Her mummy, daddy, and even her teachers knew that as soon as she opened her mouth, another question would pop out. She asked silly questions, animal questions, science questions, and sometimes very clever questions that even the grown-ups didn't know how to answer to. How many people have touched a lion's mane? Good question. Which planet are we heaviest on? Great question. Where was I before I was born? Is money just paper? Why don't crabs have eyebrows? Why do we have shoulders? When was the first sunrise? So many good questions, Olive. But there was one question that Olive had never asked before, and it popped into her head one morning when her mummy was saying goodbye at the school gate. What did her mummy do all day? Where did she go? Did she sit in the car for hours waiting for the bell at 3 o'clock? Or did she have a secret life with lots of adventures by herself? Olive felt a little bit jealous at the idea. Olive knew that her mummy and daddy were there when she had her breakfast every morning with her baby sister Ruby, and they were home with her every single night to tuck them into bed. But in between was a mystery. There were hours when Olive was in her classroom, painting in the book nook, eating a snack, building forts, counting, coloring, and, of course, asking questions. Where does my mummy go all day?" But Olive had never asked what Mummy did while she was at school, which was strange, given that Olive liked to know about everyone and everything. The question bounced around in her head. During reading time, she imagined her mummy in a room in a tall tower, writing fairy tales full of dragons and brave princesses. In PE, Olive thought about her mummy racing around a running track, leaping through the air and winning a gold medal. She's got a great imagination. Olive's class was learning about oceans and mountains with Miss Ayoub. So suddenly, Mummy was an astronaut exploring space. Then on top of Mount Everest, then scuba diving to the bottom of the sea. So many things that she could be. At lunchtime, Olive bit into an apple and thought, maybe she's a farmer growing fruit in the sun, or a famous chef. In the afternoon, it was science. Olive loved mixing potions. She could see her mummy wearing a white coat and big goggles, making medicine to save sick people in a sparkling white laboratory full of microscopes. And of course, in their music lesson, Olive's mum was on a huge stage playing guitar, her hair all wild, with thousands of people singing her songs. Maybe her friends would have some clues. She turned to Alia. "Do you know what your mummy does when we're at school?" she asked. "Yes, my mum has a job. She's a pilot. She takes people on their holidays," Alia replied. "A job?" Olive was thoughtful for a moment. Did her mummy do a job all day whilst Olive was at school? "How about you, Rufus?" Olive asked. "She's an optician and Dad is a teacher at the big school," Rufus said. "My mum looks after my baby brother during the day, and when he's asleep, she paints pictures of people's dogs," Anish told them. So Olive is now finding out that all her friends know what their mums do when they are at school. When the bell rang, Olive's mum was waiting. "Do you have a job? Why?" Olive asked straight away. "Hello, nice to see you too, Olive." "Yes, I work while you're at school, and for lots of reasons. I love what I do, and it makes me happy. Having a job means I earn money so we can live in our home, buy food and have fun, and sometimes go on holiday. Do you go to work to see your friends so you don't miss me so much? Yes, that's true, and I know that sometimes I can't come to your shows or pick you up from school, but you know that I love you even when I can't be there, right? Oh, yes, and you always come home to us every night. I've had lots of jobs since I finished school, and I have different adventures every day. Dog walker, ski instructor, acrobat, architect, mummy, TV presenter. And so they walked home together, talking about all the things her mummy did when Olive was in class, the adventures she had, the people she met, what Olive wanted to do when she grew up, and the jobs her mummy was excited about for the future. And of course, Olive had lots of questions. Looking at this picture, what do you think Olive wants to do one day? Now it's your turn to ask the questions. Ask your mummy or daddy, how do you spend your day? What's your favorite thing about it? What did you want to be when you grew up? If you could have any job in the world, what would it be? And ask yourself, what adventures are you excited about? Did Olive and her mummy give you any ideas? The end. When I was a little girl, I was very, very fortunate. I knew what my mummy was doing when I was in school because I would visit her after school, and she had a bicycle shop. It was so exciting. After school, I would go into the bicycle shop. I would meet all the customers. I would go and speak to the people who work there. I would sometimes even help customers, even though I didn't do the right thing. I pretended that I knew how to fix a bicycle tire, a flat tire, and I loved doing it. I hope this has given you some ideas. Have a little think. What do you think Mummy does all day when you're at school? Maybe you know, and maybe you can write about it or draw a picture about it. I hope you have a lovely week full of adventures, just like Olive's mummy.